I'm Sudarshan Koirala and welcome back to Data Science Basics. In this video, let's go through research agent in Genie Spaces in Databricks. I have created videos related to AI, BI, Genie before also. Here you can see there is this one video which was 1 year before, and also I have created videos inside this Databricks free edition, and this is also one of the part of Databricks free edition series. And here you can see I have already created a video. It was 6 months ago. There are constant new things happening, and in this video I'll be showing you what this research agent is all about and how you can use it. But first, let's go and understand what this is all about and what it can do on top of the existing AI BI Genie. That's what you need to understand first before directly jumping in and using it. Okay, so before continuing to today's video, this is my YouTube channel. I create videos related to data science, AI, machine learning, Databricks, and all things revolving around this. If you find the content helpful, please give a like, subscribe if you want, and share it so that others also can get some informations out of these videos. I'll be doing my part in educating and sharing my knowledge. Now let's get back into today's content. This is the documentation here, and it is updated January 6, 2026. This is recent, right? It says here that research agent extends Genie's capabilities to help you uncover deeper insights and tackle complex business questions using multi-step reasoning and hypothesis testing. What it does is, this is an agent on top of AI BI Genie, right? It refines a research plan, running multiple SQL queries, learning from each result and iterating until it has enough evidence to provide a comprehensive answer. It will be just before it. I'll show you both the examples how it works. With the normal AI BI Genie, you just ask the question, it goes through the data set, finds the answer for you. But in this case, it acts how the agent should act, right? It just makes a plan, goes through it, multiple iterations before it finds the answer. Here it says creates a research plan, run multiple queries, launch and iterate, and deliver comprehensive reports, and you can even download the reports. I will walk you through the UI again because these are new things happening all the time. It says here also research agent is designed for complex exploratory questions like, and here are some of the questions. We will be asking some questions in the UI itself. There are some requirements. Well, always the requirements is that you need to create a well prepared Genie space, because there are many ways how you can create a Genie space. By just providing the data set might not sometime be enough for this research agent to work properly. Set up a Genie space. I'll provide the link in the description of the video. Writing good instructions, examples, and so on helps. These are the things you can just go through where it is available and manage this one. Workspace admins can control this, as this is in the beta phase, right? But in the free edition, it's available already, so we don't need to do anything there. How we can do this, I will just show you. And after that, there is what questions can research agent answer and what research agent can't do. I think this is also one of the things that you need to be knowing, because agent are there, but it cannot, it can do many things, but not all the things. And in the scope of what it is right now in Databricks, research agent has the following limitations. Data scope: research agent only uses the data available in the current Genie spaces. It cannot query full catalog outside of this space. This is good because when you create a space, then you need to be using only certain database into it, the tables into it, so that it is grounded on those data. Although it can do this reasoning and all these agent capabilities, having a specific data scope is good, but maybe in the future it will go broader to the full Unity catalog things. But for now, that is the scope. Another thing is structured data. Research agent can only reason on structured data sources included in the Genie space. It cannot use only structured data. So this is one of the limitations. And web sorts. Research agent does not source the web for additional context or informations. And here are some of the frequently asked questions also. This is good to know. Are there additional cost for research agent while in beta? No. During this beta phase, we can use it for free. And does research agent use different data than regular Genie? The answer is also no. Is research agent available through the API? No. You need to go through the UI. What models power research agent? This is one of the questions also I have been asked many times. Okay, what is the model that it uses under the hood for this Genie? Well, not only for this research agent, but for the normal Genie. And now for this research, here is the answer. Like today, research agent uses a combination of GPT and Sonnet models. Genie is a managed service where we constantly evaluate new models from every provider and leverage the most performant and accurate options. As it is a managed service, we don't necessarily know the users. Databricks decides based on their experiments which one to use. You can look into this Databricks AI assistive features, trust and safety there. How do I provide the feedback? Well, you can also provide the feedback because this is in the beta phase. So you can provide the feedback so Databricks can make this even better. Let's go into the UI. I'm going into Databricks free edition. If you are just watching this video and not the earlier videos in the Databricks free edition, I recommend you to go through some of the videos in the playlist so that you get better understanding of other different concepts that is in Databricks. Now this is the UI. On the left panel, let me make this bigger. Inside this SQL, we have this Genie. Just go inside it, and now it is empty. I have created something, tested something, and now I cleaned everything. I just want to show you from the clean version. This is empty space. Just go on the top here which says new. Click on this new one. And now the first thing is connect your data. It says here Genie Spaces empower you to uncover meaningful insights from your data. Just upload your data sets, provide instructions, and simply ask your questions. Now here I will be going into this sample and I will go to this bake house. I will use all of these data sets for now because I don't know what this data set is all about, but I want Genie to provide me the insights. But this will not be the case in your real use cases. You will be knowing your data and you want to get insights out of it. But for this demonstration purpose, I want to go through all the data. We know how this research agent takes our data into account. I will create with this create button here. This is going to be creating a Genie space and we need to be starting our warehouse. Just start the warehouse. You can give a name here on the top, new space. I will say here Genie underscore YT, just a simple example. You can give a description here. For this example, I'm not going to give any description, instructions, and so on. The better you provide the descriptions, it's better. And also here you can see I can ask the question, and before it was just the chat, but now I can already see the research agent being shown here. Hover on top of it, it displays this section which says Genie Research Agent provides deeper insights and answers complex business questions using multi-step reasoning. If you want to make this research agent more powerful, provide the descriptions. It is in the configure section here. In the data, we have all the data here. You can even add more data if you need. But if you go to these instructions, you can now provide the instructions based on your data sets. You can even provide some joins so that it can take into account some SQL expressions also if you want, and queries and functions so that the Genie or the agent can take some help out of that also. And if you go to the benchmarks, you can provide some evaluations here. These benchmark questions. You have this ground truth SQL queries and the queries that is created by the Genie. So it will take into account how good is the SQL queries being created. This is one thing here. And if you go to the settings also, from here you can provide the description and the description that we have on the first page. If I go into the first here, new, whatever I provide in this description is same as this description. I can provide either here or I can go and write in this description. For example, if I say here demo Genie research agent to know about the existing data. For now, existing spelling is mistake. I will go here. You can see if I now save it, it will be showing here just as an example. And this is the title that we give. We can even change from here, and there is this default warehouse. And then there is also this monitoring here. You can see this is empty here, but when I ask the question, all will be appearing here. We know all the queries that we ask and so on. Here you can share this with others. On the top here, 3 dots, you can clone this, create a new one, and move to trash. You can send the feedback to Databricks so that they can improve the things. And this is new thing here called assign certification. If you click this one, it says certified. Make this Genie as meeting organizational standards and ready for use. If I click this certified, you can see this certified logo appears on the name on top here. But if I click here, I can change that to none. If you have many Genie spaces, you can tell your colleagues which one meets the organizational standards and so on. For now, I'll go with the none because this is just a demo. Once this is done, I will go to this new chat. Here you can see, and the good thing is I haven't provided any descriptions, any instructions. Well, this is the simple description here, but here it went through my data set, and here are some sample questions shown here. And the good part here is it also gives us an idea what type of questions needs this research agent, right? If you see here, this is the research agent. I will be asking first without the research agent. Just click this one and you can see here what tables are there and how are they connected. Give me a short summary. In this case, you can see it is drafting step-by-step plan to execute and so on. And this is now just in the chat and not in the research agent mode, right? So it says here there are 6 tables. This is structure supports analysis of this. Is this correct? Yes, no, you can just say yes. The feedback is provided. And there is this follow-up question also down there, right? And now if I go again to the new chat, let's go with the research one. If I just click this now, you can see I submitted that and this is now toggled into the research agent. Now there is this planning phase being activated. Now you can see all the steps that are being shown here. This is the difference between having a normal chat interface and the research agent. It will take some time because with the agent, always it will take some time. There is the latency issue also there because it needs to plan this. And now you can see what is it doing under the hood. It is also being shown here. Things are going as I speak. First, it went through surface aggregate statistics, and there is this investigate top and bottom performing, analyze, identify, review, explore, investigate potential. Once this is done, it will provide me this whole holistic view of the what it thought about that question, and I can even download that. You can see it is going to segment entities, so it is going through this step, and now that is done, it will turn to green. And once all turns into green, we will have the answer. Let's wait for some time because it will take some time to go through all these steps. Here is the answer. I can click this cross sign here, and here it says outlier entities, and if you click this again, it will show all the planning things again for you. Outlier entities and potential cause in the bakehouse dataset. Executive summary is here, several outlier entities, and key business metrics overview is here. Now we have this all the summary here. You can see all summary being shown here, and with the numbers you can even go and see the code from where it is taking. You can see here it is from the sales transaction. If I go down here into another one, it is going through franchises with reviews. So now it is going through media customer reviews and providing franchise outliers. So you can even go here and see what the code it produced and the answer here. Yeah, this is how the research is done on behalf of you. And on the bottom right here, you can see there is this download PDF. So you can download this PDF locally. It will be saved in your machine and you can just go through this. And here it says, is this useful? You can just keep thumbs up, thumbs down. That is again being saved. If I say thumbs up, it is now loading to download this. Once this is downloaded, I think now this is not clickable because the action is being going here. Okay, now this is downloaded. Now I can say thumbs up. The thumbs up is provided. And now I will ask the same question just to show you. I can copy this one. Let me just, okay, copy this. I will go to the new chat here. I will not go to the research agent, but I will go to the chat section here and paste the same question. And let's see what happens. Because in this case, it is not going to go through all the planning phase. You can see it says drafting a step-by-step plan, but it's not an agent now. It is the LLMs under the hood that is doing the thing. Of course, there is a planning thing happening here, but it will show us the answer without how we saw before. Here you can see it is doing all the things, putting the last bits together. It's doing the resource things, but you can see it is just one shot answering. But with the research agent, we see all the planning that was going under the hood. Yeah, this is how you can enable this research agent here. This is free for this Databricks free edition. If you are using Databricks paid version, you need to ask your admin to enable this so that you can use this in your day-to-day activities at work. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.